Former President Donald Trump says he will fight a ruling by the Colorado State Supreme Court removing his name from that state's 2024 presidential ballot. The court ruled 4-3 that Trump was ineligible to run for office under the 14th Amendment of the Constitution due to his role in the January 6th riots.
CBS News politics reporter Melissa Quinn and CBS News campaign reporter Katrina Kaufman join us now. Melissa, I'm going to start with you. Explain for us the role of the 14th Amendment in the case and how the Supreme Court might get involved.
So the 14th Amendment of the Constitution says that no person who has sworn an oath to support the Constitution and engages in insurrection against it is eligible to hold office. Now, this clause has never been used against a former president or a presidential candidate until last night when the Colorado Supreme Court issued its decision disqualifying former President Trump from holding the presidency because of his role in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. As you mentioned, the former president has said that he plans to appeal this decision to the U.S. Supreme Court. So that's going to put this very politically charged issue over Trump's eligibility before the justices just weeks before voters in the early states began casting their ballots in the primaries.
And Katrina, I want to ask you, considering that Colorado is historically a blue state, if this decision is enforced by next year's election, to what extent might it actually hurt Trump's re-election chances? Because his campaign has already started fundraising off of this news.
That's true. They already have. I mean, I think in Colorado itself, it doesn't make as big a difference. It has been a blue state. Biden won by quite a lot of points in 2020. But, you know, it's more the widespread effect of this. There is all this litigation in other states. I think this is really going to energize that effort. And as Melissa was talking about, it's really going to come down to what the Supreme Court decides about this.
Melissa, I want to get you in on this conversation as well. I'm wondering if this sets a precedent potentially for other states looking to challenge Trump's candidacy.
Definitely. There have been over 20 cases filed in over 25 states challenging Trump's eligibility for the presidency. Now, most of those have been dismissed for procedural reasons. There's a couple that are in the earlier stages. Two in particular that I think are worth watching, one in Michigan and one in Minnesota. In the Michigan case, an appellate court ruled against the voters there who had challenged Trump's candidacy, and they have now asked the state Supreme Court to weigh in. Now, in the Minnesota case, the state Supreme Court there dismissed the case as it relates to the primary election only and said this is basically a political process that is overseen by the parties. But the state Supreme Court in Minnesota did not preclude the voters from returning to them as it relates to Trump's eligibility in the general election. The Colorado case has obviously proceeded the fastest and is the furthest along, given the ruling we saw last night. But they kind of ripped the Band-Aid off and can definitely lead to additional rulings from these other courts now that they've been the first to go.
And I guess there's kind of two things we're watching here, the legal arguments being made, but also the political consequences. Katrina, you know, we mentioned that the Trump team's campaigning off of this development, but we saw that support for former President Trump really jumped after he was indicted several times over the past year, even when there were guilty verdicts that came through. And if we look at what other Republican candidates have said about this ruling, they've been mostly supportive of President Trump. So what's our expectation in the wake of even an ultimate ruling of the political impact on Mr. Trump?
I mean, this is all so unprecedented that we're still trying to assess the impact this is going to have. But it's true, after the last indictments, his poll numbers went up. My colleagues in the field say that this is really garnering support for him. One of my colleagues, Torian Smalls, was at a DeSantis event. He says he thinks this is going to push Trump past the finish line.
Well, Melissa, Trump's legal team says they're going to appeal this. Primary votes are starting in the new year. In fact, the Iowa caucuses are now just a few weeks away. So how long might this whole process take?
Well, Trump has not formally sought review from the U.S. Supreme Court yet, so it is very difficult to say how long it will be before we ultimately know whether he is eligible for the presidency. The Colorado Supreme Court, though, did put its ruling on hold until January 4th, giving the former president time to seek that Supreme Court review. The state Supreme Court said that it will maintain that pause on its decision basically until the U.S. Supreme Court has either decided not to take up the case or has issued a decision if they do decide to weigh in overall. So at this stage, former President Trump will appear on the primary ballot in Colorado, assuming he seeks that review before January 4th.
All right, Melissa Quinn and Katrina Kaufman, great to have your perspective on this major development. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.